Well, as you all already know, I am Mother Wisdom Tree, aka Mother of the Crossroads, aka Spirit Tree. All of those individuals and entities are me. Well, the shit has already hit the fan. It's not about when it's gonna hit it. It done hit the fan, y'all. Hey, Crystal Raven Rose, you get the welcome and boss I call all the way from Liberia, Africa. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, how are you doing? Hey, Map. Okay, y'all doing all right? Yes, it's happening right now. Um, we've been talking about all kinds of ways we can prepare for this. But I'm telling you that the only way to prepare yourself is to be one with your ancestors. They know the way. They already know the events before they happen. You need to meditate and allow them to communicate with you and tell you where's the safe place. Now, people might be saying, every time I turn around, mama got bad news. No, this is good news because we're transitioning into a new era. And I told y'all a long time ago that the old way would have to be dismantled and it was going to be some trials and some tribulations. We are in the tribulation. That's what we are. This is the period of the tribulation, you all. There's no way around it. Bear with me just a minute. And I got some predictions. This video is running limited or no ads due to the content identified as not suitable for most advertisers. It remains fully payable and is eligible to earn subscription revenue from YouTube Premium. Sunquake is not eligible for advertisement. Why? Because they know. We know the truth. They know that this is no longer a country of citizens or consumers, whatever you want to call yourself, of little children waiting on Big Daddy to give us the fairy tale lifestyle of Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny, and Jesus. No one is stupid anymore. We know that God does not blow his breath and the wind blows. And when he cries, it rains. Those were lies. Everybody knows that the weather is just not something that God makes. It's something that man makes. Man manipulates the forces of nature to produce weather conditions suitable for his survival. It's coming because it's already here. They destroyed Venus with their geoengineered weather, and now they have possessed and infected mankind here on the planet. Nature is God, and God is nature, and God is angry right now. Not the God that they taught you about in Sunday school. I'm talking about nature. I'm talking about the planet Earth is sick and tired as she shed off of herself the undesirables. Unfortunately, we have to go through the tribulation. It is here. You will not be able to grow food anymore. Most of the plant life upon the planet is dying. Carbon dioxide gases. It's going to be everywhere. There's a sunquake happening right now. There's a sunquake. That's why they don't want to, advertise this, because they like, okay, well, now we will let our scientists talk, like the channels like National Geographic. They can talk, but you can't talk. Okay, sorry about that. I got a phone call in, y'all. I am back. Hi, Tiffany. Hello, Astro. Thank you for moderating. Hey, Secret. Hey, Renee's Secret Garden. How are you? Hey, Spiritual Rabbit. How are you? Hey, Godsent. So, a lot of you all do not know what a sunquake is. The sun is wobbling, and they ain't telling nobody that the sun is jumping, and they ain't telling nobody. They're not telling you that the sun has suffered a sunquake. I need to read this to you all. I have been traveling, and this is why y'all haven't been seeing me as much. And I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. I'm very passionate now. It almost sounds like I'm angry. I'm not angry. It's just the fact that I know that we're at the end. Now, don't get afraid. We're just at the end of one reign, transitioning into another. We always, let's put it like this right here. It's like this. You got some places where they're fighting, and it's war torn. Like Haiti right now is war torn. Okay? It's civil unrest in some places in Haiti. How do I know? Because you can see it. I mean, it's just on here. We can see it. Okay? Where they're blocking off roads to airports and stuff, and people have to hop motorcycles to get back and forth to and fro. Okay? People are running around with guns and machine guns because of the president being murdered. So you see what I'm saying? When one reign ends, there is debauchery, confusion. All of these things go on. This is what we are at right now in the spiritual realm. Yes, they told me on the other side, it's going on over in the spiritual realm too. There's a war. They're fighting. So as above, so below. This is the blowback you are experiencing right now. Get in touch with your ancestors. Right now, tonight, light your white candles, because pain and suffering is coming. People will be walking around with this prediction time sores on their bodies, bumps and leprosies. Oh, those old things like the bubonic plague, they coming back, y'all. This is what I seen, and some of this stuff I saw, they look like humanoids. They didn't even look quite human. They couldn't talk or nothing. They could grunt. All this is unleashed right now in the spiritual realm. But what's good about it? As the new God takes the throne, we move into the realm of humanitarians, the realm of healers. Go back and look at all of the ancient text. You can do a crash course and see it on here online. You're going back to the time, you're going to the times of the oracles and the sages, and all technology is over. No more TV, flat screens, cell phones. All of this is fixing to go. It's finna blow up. Because there's a sunquake. It's here to destroy the electronic equipment in your cars and your truck. I saw it. Cars gonna be useless, man. They're just gonna be piles of cars just sitting there. Because not only is it because the electronics and stuff are gonna be wrecked and gone, so you might need your old Chevy, but because gas prices are going to soar as supply and demand continues. And then they got this here geoengineering tax along with that too. Because see, somebody got to pay for this here. It ain't free. This air conditioner they running this summer here, July 30th of 2021, ain't free. They take it to your gas prices. Okay? There's a sunquake. And I want to read to y'all what a sunquake is. Let me see. Sunquake. Your sun. Your son is responding. Now, y'all can tell me. And this thing real serious. I ain't finna get y'all that information right now. Because if I get y'all the information right now, you know what I'm saying, this video sure enough might get flagged. Because I'm going to do it on my Patreon. So if you don't do number one, to pay $1 to the Patreon. Or just see what I'm going to tell you that one go round. You know, you can pay for 1 month for it. For $1 to 100. I'm going to tell y'all what's going to go down. If I tell y'all this right here, they're going to flag it. Because I'm really concerned about the end of that. So what I'm saying is this. Let me read this to you. Okay. Let's see. I don't want nothing to start talking. Sunquakes, solar flares, solar prominence, flare activity, solar eruptions, and solar tsunamis. Do y'all know that the sun is doing some funky shit out there like that? Hello? This is what is responsible for your fires. I want y'all to just look that up and just look at all these different fires all over the place and stuff like that. I told y'all when this thing change up and folks go into their spirituality, it will cause an earthquake, not only an earthquake, but a sunquake. Because it's going to be a new power. Those people, the matrix is being torn the fuck down right now. Okay? So now that makes room for the spiritual people to come into play. Because we reigned in ancient times. I told y'all I'm ancient. I've already read y'all my DNA results. And a lot of times, if you can go back and you can think about things that happened in your past lives and stuff like that. Y'all ever had that where you growing up and you think about some things and stuff, and then later on you realize that that's odd, that's different, and most people say they've never had it. Those are those are the records of your DNA that you're recalling. All of you have the records. Every last one of you. When you get your DNA results and they read you your DNA results, those are nothing but memory scripts. You can tap into those memory scripts and recall the past. It's important so that you can be prepared for the future. Hello? So when I went and I checked my DNA, they told me, you need to know this, that you're half Nigerian, you're 20% Sierra Leonean, you're 18% Kenyan, you're 10% North African, and you're 10% European. All of this genetic makeup is my information. So if I get myself in a place where I'm not distracted and I am quiet and I can concentrate, those scripts, I can call them up and they will let me know not only what happened in the past, but what's getting ready to happen. This is where I want my people at right now. I want y'all there. I got me a big old tablet. I'm sitting down there writing everything they tell me. And they take me on travels and they show me different rounds and phases of the earth and what's beyond the earth. They say it is a sun quake happening right now. Sunquakes and solar flares activity are two of the great remaining mysteries of the sun. This granddaddy solar flare prominence was recorded in 1945 and remains the largest record flare on video record. And they show a picture of it. Like the sun just gonna goddamn crack wide open. That's what I'm gonna talk about real deep now. Ooh! I'm going to talk about that real deep on Patreon, and I know I can do it because if I try to do that right now, people are going to get real scared. Sometimes a sunquake results in the solar flare, but a sunquake is not necessarily the only thing that can trigger a solar flare. Okay? The continuous erosion from the electrical arcing arcing at the surface of the sun occasionally weakens the surface along large fault lines, resulting in sunquakes. Just like they do here. We have those place stars shifting here, and then you hear the rumble, or sometimes it's quiet, and then you start noticing that some shit start falling and shit and all over in your house and stuff like that. Or it can get real devastating until it is swallowing up houses and buildings and plant life and animals and people. These fault lines, sun does the same thing. These fault lines eventually rupture and generate solar flare activity. Y'all, like what I'm trying to tell y'all is this motherfucking solar system is in goddamn trouble. And I'm going to talk about the spiritual ramifications of that on Patreon. Releasing dense magma-like layers below the surface of the sun, this can often set off spectacular solar flares. The hot magma rushing in to fill in the crack along the surface heats up the plasma of the photosphere, and the plasma rises. The superheated plasma column flows upwards until it reaches the thinner layer of the chromosphere, where gravity quickly takes over as the heated plasma column rises and finally reaches. Y'all get my drift? This is why your Arctic is melting. I want to say about 20, 30 years from now, ain't going to be no ice and no snow on no Arctic. It's going to be all gone. Hello? This earth in ancient time had no ice and no snow. Very hot tropical climate here on the earth plane. Okay? This is where the earth is returning. The earth is expanding and it is growing. Anytime you see an earthquake, that means something separated. And as things separate, what? They expand. Get ready for all of those ancient beings that were here on the planet. And I know y'all gonna say I'm crazy. Get ready for Tyrannosaurus Rex and all of those pterodactyls and all of those things of that nature, cyclopses and shit, to come back. Okay? One reign is over. Here's your new reign. Accept it, because it's coming. So all of the old things shall die, or the new things shall die, so that we can make room for the new, what is not new, the ancient ones, to take the throne. It's going to be beautiful. But I do, as you go into the age of Aquarius, I do need to talk about the shadow side of the age of Aquarius. We always talk about all the beautiful things, the peace abound the planet and all of those beautiful things, but Aquarius in nature is not always good. So you got to take the good with the bad, in other words. And if y'all want to look up the shadow sides of Aquarius, is because I've dealt with I'm just gonna tell you that the shadow side of Aquarius is not good. I've dealt with some Aquariuses, and they will abandon your ass. They are most times aloof, cutthroat. I'm just telling you now. Sometimes you really can't count on them. And this is just not for the people who star sign is in Aquarius. Everybody has somehow, somewhere in Aquarius. You need to look at your stuff and see how the age of Aquarius will affect you personally. And you can do so by, you can get readings and stuff like that, or just explore your particular house where Aquarius fall. You understand? In your situation. Okay? So, folks don't know this, but I'm going to tell you that near the Indian Ocean there is a fish soup. Did you hear me? There is a fish soup, lobster soup, seafood soup, gumbo in India. The Indian Ocean is so hot, it is boiling. The fish and those things that dwell in it, octopus, squid, whales. Whales are actually trying to walk out of the ocean. They're finding whales on land, not just on the seashores, but in wooded areas. They're trying to get away from the ocean, because the ocean in some areas are so fucking hot, because like I told y'all, the earth is opening up, and you already got your little thing, your solar system going on in the center of the earth, and it is boiling certain portions of the earth. But when you look into Revelation, it will tell you that certain portions of the ocean shall die. You're in Revelations right now. Ask your ancestors, what are you to do? It is so motherfucking hot until asphalt is melting. The floods in Germany that they had, the floods in Europe that they had, these floods were all man-made geoengineering to control the heat. Did y'all hear me? And thank you to the person who was telling me why those fires was out of control in Oregon. Thank you. Now, I don't know how true it is, but I appreciate the information and stuff like that. So there's an agenda behind that fire in Oregon. We'll talk about that too on Patreon. I told y'all, be prepared for scattered blackouts, rolling blackouts. They may not have affected you, but prepare yourself in case it happens. You're going to need generators. I think that's cool. You all are getting your freezers and stuff. You're packing up on food because, God damn it, I'm already seeing empty shelves. Did y'all hear me? Because they want it now where they can control what you can get. Meaning that you ain't going to be able to just necessarily go and get what you need off the at the grocery store. You're going to have to order your groceries and stuff off the internet, okay? And then what they'll do, they'll give you a stifling. There was a word for it that they called it when the government give you only so much. It's not a stifling, but it's another name for it that I can't think of the name. Oh, gosh. Well, they can ration. Get ready for the rations. God damn it. Soon they'll be rationing our food. I said the next 5 years, goddamn it, you're going to be eating instant goddamn dinners. Get your water ready and put your little powder in there, stir it up and drink it, and look at that package of that nice fried piece of chicken laying on that plate with your mashed potatoes and English peas. You're gonna mix that and you're gonna drink it. That's gonna be your food right there. That's if you make it. Now this, and I hope they can stop this anytime they want to, but I'm telling you, food shortages are here. They're telling them to burn up crops. They're killing farm animals that we eat. Get rid of them. We got powdered instant food for them to eat. Are y'all ready for this? Are you ready for what's to come? Them blackouts coming because, you know, we on this grid. And we need this grid so we can keep ourselves cool in these very scorching hot temperatures. But there's an overload. A huge demand. Not just from consumers, but because they operate geoengineering off of the grid. It takes a fair amount of electricity to operate this. So who you think coming first? Sure ain't gonna be us. It's gonna be the goddamn weather. Hello? And that's all I got to say. All I got to say. I'm gonna say the rest of what I got to say on Patreon. Because everybody think I'm crazy. Can we get these thumbs up, y'all? We got 30 people, 32 people in here, 15 up. Let's get this up here. How many of y'all ready for this? I'm telling you, man, all this, I'm growing my own food. Man. I got me a well drill. That's good for right now, but goddamn it, where we going? Carbon dioxide. Hello? As they cut down the trees can't produce us the oxygen we need and consume the carbon dioxide that is waste material for us. Okay? You can grow all the vegetables you want, but they ain't gonna thrive. You can raise all the livestock you want, but with carbon dioxide all over the place. See, so I'm asking the question: what are you gonna eat? How you gonna get around? Gas prices are going to soar even worse than they are now. Because you're going to pay for this geoengineered weather. And you wait till the winter time get here. You just wait. You just wait. They keep talking about you're going to have the coldest winter ever. It's going to be so fucking unnatural. Do you hear me? I already been there and I seen what they're going to use liquid nitrogen. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like little machines riding in over above your head just spraying liquid nitrogen. Your ass better be in. When they tell you, goddamn it, let me tell y'all this now. When they tell you to be in, now this far off, but I don't know how, it might just be 3, 4, 5 years now. When they tell you to be in at certain hours of the day between 5 and 6 o'clock, being in at that time, because I've been to that damn world. If you out there in there, you are going to freeze like a block of ice. Because liquid nitrogen will turn you into a block in a matter of seconds. So when they got that scares you going and they telling you on that loudspeaker, loud horn, on these radios y'all got, what you call them, short band radios and all that shit. They said be in around 8, 9 o'clock at a certain time. Them scares you. It's going to be like a death sentence to ignore what they tell you. Because they're going to give you a schedule. And it's going to take that type of technology to cool this place down. Because if not, we can reach up to 200 something degrees. Can you imagine these little machines flying overhead, spraying liquid nitrogen down here to keep this place cool? And see what's going to happen in a sense as time goes by. It can happen 2 ways. It can get to the point that don't work no more. It's inevitable. We'll all just fry here on this damn planet. Or it can get so bad. I was talking to this one lady. She's an oracle. And a lot of things she said to me 6 years ago, I'm seeing it now. She said it's going to be so much water. Going to be so much water. I see so much water. She also said it's going to be so much ice. You're going to see sheets of ice all over rooftops, all over the ground, all over the streets, because they're going to overdo it. So that's a death sentence right there. So it's the damn if you do, damn if you don't situation. I'm in the chat now. I already told y'all, get yourself ready. Only way to get yourself ready is get yourself ready in the spiritual realm. Get yourselves right with your ancestors and the spiritual entities, all of those, because I do believe that if we if we're trusting our guides, and when we trust our guides, because we know our guides mean us well. You understand what I'm saying? They're gonna know what's best for us, because some of us have small children that we're concerned about. I be just looking at the small children. I be like, their future is gonna be different than ours. Their future is going to be different than our future we've had. It's not going to be the same. Hey, Rena Love and Light. She said, yes, a lot of stuff is going on. The killing of the Haiti president and a lot more. And you're going to hear more about more assassinations. More assassination attempts. You're going to hear more and more and more and more about this. And it is all coming from the spiritual side. I keep telling you, it's coming from the ethereal realm. You understand? Whatever's going on over there is going to go on over here. You're going to see it. As I just said, when they was just talking about how the fish is just boiling over in the Indian Ocean, over in there, over in that area, in them lakes and stuff, the fish just boiling. I just said it's the end of the damn world. You know what I'm saying? When I said the end of the world, I'm talking about the end of the world as we know it, y'all. Fish boiling. That's just a gumbo. I mean, it's just fish just boiling from the inside out. We don't need that. Also on the coastline, that was on the news too, and I saw it for myself. Shit excrements are all on the shorelines, man. Mama was sitting down in some of that stuff. And I had to realize, let me get the hell up from here. It's they tell the truth. Poop is all on the shorelines. The oceans are dirty and radioactive. Because that ain't just, God damn it, the sun, it ain't nothing but radiation. I'm gonna tell y'all, that's what's cooking them fish in the sea. It's radiation. Now you tell me we ain't in no trouble. Also, there was a 8.2 earthquake in Alaska. God damn it, it's gonna be one on the Arctic too. Cause whatever that is, trying to get out from under them. So they was under a warning. Hawaii was under a warning because you know when you had these big earthquakes like that, they usually produce tsunamis. And I'm gonna get y'all some more predictions. Get it here with me right now. So he was helping me with some more predictions that I got wrote down, and I'm gonna do seriously on my Patreon. Mm, 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 Boiling fish. That's a horrific way to die. Hey, the Seeker, how you doing? Okay, the Seeker, I want to talk about some of this too. The Seeker said, for those of us who are connected, we will be called out before that time. I have seen the departure of Zion. We talking about the great exodus of people leaving America and going to Africa and different places. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But make sure you're going because you just want to be there because and you can't run from this thing. This thing is global. There is no safe place to go. Now, they say that the safest place is in Africa. You understand? It's always been the place to go. Every so many 2,000 years, we would go and exodus back and forth from Africa to what they call the new lands. And the new lands are either the lands that have popped up from the ocean because with this uh, expansion, as I told you, of the earth, there shall be new lands. So there are new lands cropping up right now. And they're trying to figure out where they came from. Okay? So as we exodus back to Africa, you understand? Because that is one of the safest places to go. There will be other things occurring. I forgot what I was going to tell y'all, but other things are going to be occurring. But after the 2,000 some odd years, see, we'll come back to the new lands. Okay? So it's always been, this is nothing new. It's a cycle. And I think that the best place to be, my sources is telling me, during this, during the beginning of this age, and during the age, y'all know what I'm talking about, this age of humanitarian and all of that, the best place to be is to be in Africa. But this exodus is not physical only. It's also in the ethereal realm. Meaning that in the ethereal realm, there's an exodus of us. A lot of us are going to just go ahead on going up there. Up. We won't be going up a young. You see what I'm saying? Because the mothership is hovering over the solar system. This is just not here only on Earth, but it's on many of the planets. The mothership is hovering. and she is allowing hers to come aboard. Now, this is what I have to discuss with you all on Patreon. Because see, a lot of y'all gonna get scared. Let me write it down so I won't forget it. Because I want to discuss this about the sun, okay? I'm writing it down so I can start that video when I get through. Okay, so this is the Exodus. It's happening here on the planet and in the solar system. Okay, those are the two places that it is happening occurring. Okay, I made a mistake and ended my own live by mistake. Sorry about that. Can I get some more thumbs down here? Okay, the seeker said, I have seen a hidden land revealed at the tip of Peru Islands. Y'all, come on now. We got 33 people here, only 19 thumbs up. Mm-hmm. I'm reading the chat. Hey, the Holy Witch, how you doing? Yeah, they've been talking about them blackouts over there in California. That's coming. Where I mean, and I shit, this shit gonna be crazy as hell, man. Ooh, Lord, it's gonna look like. Look, let me tell you something. Y'all gonna see the sunquake with your own eye, and I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna look like. You're gonna be just looking at the sun, and the sun is just gonna be there, and it's gonna shake. You're gonna see it trembling for a good little while. It's gonna tremble for some days. You're gonna see the sun trembling. It's gonna look like it's kind of moving a little bit, like it's unstable. And as it moves and moves, eventually, if you're there to see it, now this I seen this a long time ago, back in 2013, in one of my let's go back 2013. I saw that in one of my dreams, and this is what I saw. We were told to stay inside. It was a news flash. It was all over the internet. People was calling each other, do not go outside at this particular time. Y'all know how when they had the little eclipse and stuff, they had everybody get together and go out for the eclipse, and they said, don't look at it. They said, and I can hear something moving all through my walls as I talk about this, because some things are not supposed to be talked about, but I think it's safe to talk about this right here. But I was outside, and I don't know what I was doing out there. And when I was out there, I didn't pay no attention to the sun, but I just saw this huge flash. It was just the brightest flash. It was in the daytime till it was blinding. And I couldn't see anything. And I said, oh my God, we just had a nuclear explosion. And I ran inside the house. And I started getting sick. I began to have what you call radiation sickness. I started throwing up, vomiting. I went to all kinds of doctors. The doctors would not see me. If you was out there and that shit hit your ass, the doctors would not see you. Because you were radioactive. And some people that reported that they had been out there in that flash and stuff like that, they just went on and put them away. They had hazmat suits and put them all away like in big warehouses and shit, and just, I'm not even gonna say what happened. Let me not do that, because see, that gets you in trouble. I ain't gonna tell y'all, but y'all use your imagination. Okay? Use your imagination. Folks had these burns on their body On the outside, you could see burnt. It's just people's skins was red and peeling and all this other stuff like that. And I was just going from the doctor to the doctor to the doctor, all just kinds and stuff like that. They wouldn't come in the room. The nurses were short. They were like hurrying up, trying to get up out of that and all that and all that. And I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God, this is just the end. And so in the dream of the travel, I went to sleep, and there was, I just wound up in a church, and I could hear just I don't remember how the hum go, but I'm just gonna hum. I was just in this church, and I just heard it. And it just hummed, and it was so soothing, and all of a sudden, there was this black, dark-skinned lady sitting in this chair, well groomed, well dressed. She had a white nursing hat on. Her hair was very neat and pretty, salt and pepper, straight and curled. And she had this pretty dark skin, black skin with no blemishes, and her face was just radiant and shining. She was short and, heavy set, a pear-shaped woman, and her dress was nicely pressed. It was a white dress. She had a white pantyhose and white shoes. She looked like one of them deaconesses, like the nurses of the church. And there were other women behind her. She said, baby, it ain't looking good for you. She said, you just been in a nuclear blast, and you're not gonna last long. This stuff has destroyed your internal organs. This is what she was telling me. And I got so scared. And they just kept humming. She said, but I am going to touch you. She said, remember when the Bible read, if you could just touch the hem of his garment, he'll make you whole and he'll heal you. She said, I'm going to heal you. I want you to put your hand on the hem of my garment. And I put my hands there. And she got the fan and she started fanning me. She said, you now are healed. And I woke up. 2013. I experienced. And see, so that was my ethereal body experiencing what is happening now in 2013. You need to, because it's very radioactive out there, okay? You need a bottle of iodine to protect your thyroid. It's going to be a lot of thyroid problems out there, thyroid issues. It's highly radioactive out there. So this is why you're seeing trees on fire within the inside, and all these fires are catching and all of that, and everything. Fish boiling in the sea and all that. That ain't just heat, baby. That is radiation. So this is what's going on. Can we get some more thumbs up, y'all? We got 35 in the chat. Only 25 here. Thumbs in it up. Okay. I was going to finish reading your comment. I done lost it. Well, Holy Witch said shit is getting serious. A huge agenda they are playing against us. They're trying to play the agenda against them, but the sad part about it is there is a separate entity that's playing the agenda against them. They are playing the agenda against them. That's what makes it so bad. They don't know exactly what to do. Had y'all heard Biden? What Biden said about the mandating the vax? The Seeker said, learn to garden it now. Let me tell you something, Seeker. I have tried to garden. Nothing really grows. Now, you can grow in containers. That's you, but you can't hardly grow, depending on where you're at. Some people might have some success but it is damn near impossible here to grow anything in the ground because the ground, you understand, is highly radioactive right now. Okay, so it's gonna be really really hard. Like even your thermostats are not registering the correct temperature. You know, they may say it's 99 degrees, but it feels like it's hotter than that, and that is because you thermostats cannot pick up radiation. Radiation heat is different. It's different. It's dangerous because you could be in a radioactive zone and not feel the heat. And meanwhile, while you in that radioactive heat, it is cooking you from the inside out like a microwave, and you can't feel it. Do you hear what I'm saying? Most of these people are dying of radiation poisoning. I have to talk about the other stuff that with the injection on Patreon. I can't talk about it. And then at the same time too, it don't even mean I can't even say that they'll let me talk about it on there either. Okay, as you say, I have been getting more and more canned goods and foods that last a while, so I can start stocking up in preparation. Now that's good sound advice. That's just about all you can do until they start rationing out the powdered foods, because that's coming, y'all. I've already told you, so don't forget, because I've been preparing you all for this way before the pandemic. Now you got to start back wearing masks again, y'all. You got to put your mask back on because they still want to play the Simon Says projects with us. Hey, Nicole, how you doing? Thank you, Sky Johnson. Sky Johnson said hit the likes button, y'all. Okay, I just remembered myself. Okay, y'all, please hit the thumbs up. Please, we got 36 in the chat. Can we please get some likes here? It helps my algorithms as I continue my saga of being shadow banned. Hey, Adawar, how you doing? So when y'all hear me saying, talking like that, I'm talking about that's my passion, because I see some of what goes on. I don't see everything going on, but I see some of what is going on, and they're just not being completely honest with us. I mean, that's some craziness, man. Knowing that fish is boiling. Yeah, yeah. I just can't get over that. Let me see. And thank y'all for letting me know about it. That's so sad. And you got all of these people just gluttonying. You understand? Eating these big old mukbangs of seafood and crawl. You know the planet ain't gonna let you keep on getting away with nothing like that. Just big king crab legs and just eating it is consuming it, and just like y'all know what I want to say, mussels, just eating a bunch of mussels and a bunch of oysters and a bunch of squid, and just it's just gonna stop. Meanwhile, the sea is dying, and we're eating up everything in the sea. Can y'all feel me? Producer Third Son, how you doing? I know for sure it's 5G tower. That's what's cooking everything. And those devices that are in the needle, because that's all it is, devices, little tiny mechanical, okay, particles inside of that needle that they hit you on the left side and hit you on the right side. They will be operating from those 5G towers. When they get it all up and running like they want to, they'll be able to operate it and just go ahead on and just click the button. But it's time now. That's why they say, oh, we need more people. It's just not enough, because we got to get this population down. Let me see how y'all know how many people they say they want left on the planet? They got to get it down. So they count up how many of the vax they've given, and they said, okay, no, this is not enough. We got to get this up to this certain amount of numbers. And once we can do this, then we can go ahead on and get them one by one. A lot of our loved ones will be going on up in the rapture. I was the first one to do the video way back in January, February. I'm hoping that you all got a chance to see my video on the rapture, because a bigger YouTuber did the same video here recently, but I did mine, I think, January or February of 2021. I've been told y'all about that. And see, that's what those big channels do. They come to the little channels like ours and get information, and they go and make videos out of it. And they get all the hell and the praise. Just like me telling y'all about this right now. They're going to get all of the praise, because they're going to go back and repeat what I said. Y'all, can we get the thumbs up? Hey, Malek. Young, how you doing? Them big old fish are radioactive. Anything come out the sea, baby, it's full of radiation. Okay, the seeker says, yes, Malik Young, I saw different portals, paths opening for different people, some in the background, some in other country. Mine is south, a long journey. Okay, Malik says, yes, mother, it's the hour of Saturn currently here in Alabama, and I am embracing your knowledge. Thank you. What'd you say? Outdoors, and my intuition is in sync, and my ancestors and spirits are chirping, and it is such a beautiful feeling. Hey, Layama. Hey, Raymond. How you doing? Like I said, I got my notebook. I got my notebook right by me, and I'm telling you, if you talk to them, they won't listen. And if you got a challenge, man, they can solve your problems. It ain't nothing they can solve, man. They can solve everything, man. I'm so excited to be in contact with minds. I have really been getting down with my, just going in and looking at the. And please, y'all do y'all DNA. I want everybody to do their DNA. My Heritage got the special, I think, still going on. You get it for $59. Find out who your ancestors is. Find out, because I've been talking to these ancestors, the Sierra Leoneans, which are all of that is connected with Liberia. Sierra Leone, right there by Liberia. I told y'all I have a Liberian father. Nobody believed me, but it's true. The DNA don't lie. Okay. 20% Sierra Leonean, and damn near 50% Nigerian. I'm saying all of this to say this right here. You need to tap in to that ancient history of whatever your DNA is. It's going to allow you to see what is going to get down with the get down. They're going to tell you. Because I done told them, let me see what's going to get down with the get down, because I need to know. Y'all, I'm looking at my candle, and I can see a man's face in that candle. I kid you not. I wish I could show y'all a picture of. And he looks like a jinn. He look like a genie. And he's asking me, what is my wish? Because my wish is your command. Sorry, bro, but I don't need nothing from you. Thank you, though. Nothing. No. I don't want nothing from you. I don't want that. I want to show y'all this so bad. Y'all, I can see a man in my candle. It's a genie. Dang, I want to show it to y'all. Let me see if I can show y'all it. Let me show y'all it. Let me see if I can see it from right here. Oh, I can't see it now. You got to see it. I got to show it to you from a distance. I don't want y'all to see all my junk. on my dresser. See, I can show it to you through this. See if I can catch that. Y'all don't be laughing at all my junk. Let me get over here. Get my junk up. Let me see. See that? Is he gonna let me see it? Y'all can't see it. You gotta zoom in on that candle. His face on the side. Let me see. Y'all ain't gonna be able to see it. Y'all sure ain't gonna be able to see it. 'Cause you gotta see it through the mirror. I ain't gonna be able to show it to you. Because you can't see it how I see it. He looking dead at me. And trying to get me to take some witches. Boo, I don't want that from you. I got everything I need. I always turn gins down. I've had plenty of gins to try to make offers with me. I never take them. So you can go ahead and just take your face on off of that. I don't want you. Because all they want to do is to take over your life, take your life force, and then poof, you know what I'm saying? You gone in the wind. So I'll never do deals like that, baby. You came to the wrong house, sweetie. No, 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 no. I know that face. Y'all ever seen a gin before? If you ever see like a face in something, like candles, maybe on your wall or on different everything like that, in some cases those are what we call gins. He's still there too. But anyhow, y'all ain't getting scared, is it now? Astro, did I thank you for moderating? Thank you. Okay, Astro said, Mama, what about if you're purely European? Should you still get in touch with the ancient primordial ancestors? Yes, most definitely. Because now what we got to understand is that we all, no matter what color we are, came out of Africa. All of us. Every human it's called eating in the Bible. Every human being came out of Eden. Ain't no way around that. And there are a lot of Europeans that have had their blood ancestry done, and they've had at least 1% African, 2% African. It's in there. You know what I'm saying? And you can contact if you can contact you 1%, 2%. You can contact that ancestry as well as your European ancestry. You know what I'm saying? So basically, that's how that works. Hey, Valerie Alafia. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Astro said, I just mailed my heritage kit out. I'm excited. I'm excited for you, girl. The feeling when you look in there and you see it, it's just like it hits you like, oh, it right in your face. You're like, I wasn't even prepared for that. I opened it up and saw that it said almost 50% Nigerian. It just hit me hard. But I wasn't shocked because, see, I had already knew. I was Nigerian because I used to have a lot of Nigerians to come and tell me I look Nigerian. So that wasn't no shocker. I think, like, for me, the big shocker was, having some ancestry. Like, I cannot stop saying this. The thing that shocked me most was being Egyptian. And y'all, I cannot stop watching. First of all, when you do get your DNA and you find out where you're from, more than likely we ain't gonna be able to go to all these different places. Not with the pandemic going and money is too tight to mention, okay? So I want y'all to look up every single place they say you from. First thing I started doing was looking up the pyramids of Nigeria. I didn't even know they had pyramids in Nigeria. And I was like, dang, they got pyramids in Nigeria. And then from there, my ancestors took off and they started talking about Igbo. They started talking about the Dogon and all of that. And I was writing, I said, I heard of these things. I've heard of Igbo. I've heard of Dogon. I've heard of some of these things, but I never researched. I started reading. I started looking at the videos of the pyramids of Egypt and looking at the. Now, what saddened me most was the Sierra Leone because it was showing that they said they had those little locked up cages of how they had my ancestors all locked up in there, shipping them off. And, then it made sense because when I was a little girl, I used to go in the backyard and I would always say, "Where the hell am I? I didn't come from this place. Where am I?" And the lady told me to this day, lady that was living in the back of us, she said, "You used to always go in that backyard and scream. I used to see you back there cursing, and you would always be messing with the plants and all that stuff like that." She said, "We always would see you digging holes because I was looking for fossils and stuff." But just the fact this lady remembered it, I used to yell, "Where the hell am I? What am I doing in this place?" And now I know why I was doing that for my ancestors. When they pulled them over here, can you imagine somebody taking you from your home and just putting you out in the middle of nowhere and you don't know where you at? You're like, have y'all ever, y'all wouldn't even be able to fathom what that feels like. To just be off somewhere and knowing you ain't gonna never get home and you can't figure out how to get home. You know you came on the ocean, but you in a wooded place and you can't get to the ocean to go back home. I felt that, y'all. But anyway, so that's what I've been spending my time. I'm fascinated with the ancient culture of Nigeria. Um, Sierra Leone make me nervous. I haven't really gotten deep into that. I did hear that you can get citizenship in Sierra Leone, just a limited amount of time. They may have been giving some citizenship out. That's what they did. They gave some citizenship out to a limited amount of people. But if you can prove with ancestry DNA that you have ties to Sierra Leone, you can get citizenship with Sierra Leone. Now I know they're offering that, and I said, well, if I'm lucky, because it's like a lottery, they ain't gonna take everybody, okay? The chances of me getting citizenship there is almost like none. But anyways, it was just neat to know that if you got Sierra Leone blood, that they will accept you. But I think only with the ancestry DNA, I did my heritage. Okay, I've been digging deep into my Kenyan culture, Uganda, what they said, the border of Somalia, Sudan. I've been digging deep into that. I want y'all to dig deep into y'all stuff. Go back to the ancient history. It's beautiful to know what they're doing now, but going back into ancient times, that is the treat right there. Going back into my ancient Egyptian, Alexandria history, Tunisia, Tunis, what else they had on there? Libya and Algeria, and bordering Israel. Okay, and what they said, Spain and all that, just bordering. They didn't say that I had Spain, but it was on the border of Seville. It was on the border of Israel. Those different places. I have been digging deep. Even I hadn't did England yet. I hadn't did England. But I did do the Baltic states. That now, to me, out of everything, that was shocking because the Baltics used to be a part of the Soviet Union, and I border Moscow, and I was like, okay, okay, that's interesting. hmm So, but that, when y'all get it, y'all gonna be like, it's gonna throw you off a little bit. When you see your DNA, you're gonna be thrown off. You're not gonna know which way to go. You're not gonna know where to turn. It's gonna be a bit of an excitement, a bit of disappointment, because my disappointing moment was to know that I did not inherit any of what they call Native American. Nothing from the Americans. I just come straight from Europe and Africa. That moment right there kind of really disappointed me because it was like then I was like, well, like really, who am I? So get yourself ready. We losing people. I must be spinning. Let me get away from here. I'm gonna have to go, y'all. When numbers drop significant like that, I feel like maybe it's time to go. It's like when I get to talking about the DNA, the videos get to spinning. Okay, Nicole Mostella, how you doing? That'll be nice. Nicole said, true. I was just telling my daughter, niece, nephews, I want to know my original last name, not this slave owner name. I know my original name. I found that out when I was a child. Like I said, if you can tap deep into your inner self, you'll know your name. My name was Naima Sawisadine Bay. I would say that as a child all the time. Now, I always talk about some other things about Cuba too, and didn't even know that was Cuba. But I always say I am Naima Sawisadine Bay. And my sister be like, what, girl, where you getting all this craziness from? What's your name? I meet new friends. Naima. What's your last name? Bay. I know my last name, my original last name was Bay. Bey. Without a beyond a shadow of a doubt. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. You can bet me I'm gonna be true. I'm gonna be telling the truth. Tap into your inner self. It will tell you what your last name was. Hey, Brown Sugar. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna have to go on. Okay, it's been real, real nice. They cutting my numbers down. That ain't fair. The shadow band 100 is. Hey, Emma, how you doing? They cutting my numbers down. Can we get these thumbs up before I leave? Before I leave? Before I leave? Before I leave? Make sure you save this video so you keep on. Well, you won't be able to watch the live chat. They take that off for a couple of days and stuff. Okay, so say this video, watch it over and over and over again. Share it with like-minded people. Make sure that you have rated, okay? Check and make sure you still subscribe and click the notification bell. And I'll see y'all in a little bit, okay? Bye-bye.